it be Catherine, the camera-friendly songstress with the come-hither smile, or Taylor, the silver-haired soulman from the South? Well, we assembled an all-star roundtable of AI experts, including MTV News' own idol guru Corey Moss and former finalists Jasmine Trias and John Peter Lewis, to watch the final performances, debate them, defend them, and offer up their picks for who they think will be pop music's next big thing. And believe me, Randy, Paula, and Simon have nothing on this crazy bunch. Check it out.
All right, fellow Idol experts, Idol fans, what do you think?
I like the idea that Taylor might win because he's so different from anyone else, you know, who's ever won. I think that's cool.
I think Taylor's going to win. I think he has it already.
Here's my take. Taylor is the ultimate underdog, and that's why he's going to win. Because America always roots for the underdog, and we like to see a success story like that. And let's not forget, he's from the South, and every single Idol winner has been from the South. Because that voting block is huge, and it will outnumber the Catherine fans, and that's why he's going to win ultimately.
Well, I don't think that anybody thinks that Taylor won't win. I mean, I think everyone thinks Taylor's going to win, and they felt like that for a very long time. So, I mean, that makes Catherine the underdog.
I never thought Taylor was going to win.
33% each person. I think that should go to show that Taylor wasn't the runaway winner. The other thing you have to think of, everyone was saying the same thing a year ago with Bo. You know, Bo was the underdog last year, and that's why people thought he would have a solid chance. And now Taylor's sort of in Bo's shoes, and yet again going against a pretty girl who's going to be the easy sell on the market.
Maybe people are getting bored with the cookie-cutter, pretty pop girl. You know, maybe it's time for something different. The thing I love about Taylor is that he's got passion, and it comes from a pure place. And Catherine, I don't think her personality has lent itself to people really thinking like, wow, she's amazing. I embrace this person. I want to hang out with her. I want to listen to her records. I want to buy her single. I just don't think she's gotten that yet.
Actually, yeah.
I'd love to hang out with her, but
John and I will hang out with her for a while.
I'm just thinking the entire time, what place is this you're talking about that he's coming from?
Yeah, I don't
feel... A place
feel...
like with roots, a place with history, you know, like
I don't
a place
feel that with him. It feels very put on to me. It feels very... I mean, he seems like a fun guy, but he doesn't seem like a guy who's lived life, who's had hard experiences that would match the soul that is in his voice. He doesn't feel like he's earned it. You know, I don't feel like he's been dumped or been...
Well, you can't really see that. I mean, you don't know
just don't feel that, though. I mean, he might have,
well,
but you don't feel it in his performing. You don't feel it in his showmanship.
Well, I do. I think he has a lot of soul. I mean, if you really see him perform live in the audience, you do really want to, you know, stand up and dance with him.
But when he,
exactly.
When he did it, though, the first time, it's amazing. But like when he did it the second time, it was okay. When he did it the third time, it was you know,
it was good.
Okay. No, he's like a mascot at like a stadium dancing around.
It's a
in
question
big,
of shtick. It's
eagle
like how much
outfit.
of it is shtick and how much of it is real. I see him as your quintessential struggling musician, the guy who played bars all his life, like Bo. You know, never got a chance to get out to the big city and sign a record deal. Never got that break, and here it is, American Idol. Who would have thunk that someone like Taylor Hicks with the gray hair and the Soul Patrol and all of his things would have made it that far? But that just goes to show you that people really connect with him.
Jess, I want to ask you, because you said that you think Taylor's going to win, but earlier you said that Catherine was your favorite.
You know, I'm rooting for Catherine, but I just know that Taylor's going to win. You know, he's never been in the bottom either, and he has stayed consistent throughout the whole competition. I personally didn't really like him when he first came out, but you know, he kept on making every round. He never was in the bottom, and now he's in the top two, and you know, I just think he's going to win.
Something I think that has to be discussed is that everyone looked at Taylor as the guy who's going to take it because he had never been in the bottom three, and then last week he was at 33% with Catherine and with Elliott. So it obviously he wasn't the clear winner that everyone thought he was.
I like the way Taylor mixes it up. You know, like I like the way
mixes it up. What do you mean mixes it?
He has jumpy act, and then he has serious act.
And then he has
That's
everyone walking. He's got the snap, and I'm stomping on the floor.
I mean, in terms of song choice.
Let's get back to the big question. We'll all go around, and let's hear it out. Who we want to win, I guess, and who we think will win. And Alan, I want to start with you. And first, I want to hear who you think the gay vote is going to between these two.
I think the gay vote's probably split on these.
Yeah?
If they're voting at all, I think they really don't care right now. We kind of left with. Most of us left with Paris. First, we were betrayed by Mandiso.
That's right.
Paris fell off, and we were really lost. And we started voting for Chris because he was hot. And now we're just kind of like, Elliot's kind of cute, and he can kind of sing, and he's an underdog. But now, I don't know. For me, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But I think that Taylor's going to win.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think Taylor's going to take it, even though I'm rooting for Catherine because, she could really sing, and she does have the whole package, and she's very marketable after the show. But, even if she doesn't win, I think it could work towards her favor anyways.
I guess of all of them this whole season, I've wanted Taylor to win. All of them this year, I've been like, I've seen a dozen of this same type of thing, all over the place. I've seen a dozen Chris's, in like, bands everywhere, and I've seen a dozen, people like Ace on the Disney Channel, and I've seen, I've seen several people like, like all of them. I mean, all of them are generic copies of something else that I've seen before.
Kevin Covace?
Disney Channel once again.
Oh, really?
Chicken Little.
Chicken Little, that's right.
Thank you.
Shirley?
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Well, representing the teen vote, I think the teens of America.
As a teenager.
Well, speaking on behalf of teen people, the teens of America obviously are rooting for Catherine. And I'm kind of rooting for her too, because now, after all this Taylor mania, she's now the underdog.
Oh, you're so contrary.
I said it was the underdog.
You're like building Taylor up.
Well, listen, hey, I work at a mainstream consumer magazine, and when it comes to selling records and when it comes to making an impact on the charts, I think Catherine has the better chance of doing that, and is much easier to swallow to the American public than Taylor is. But my music roots and the fact that I'm a music lover and I've been writing about it for so long, I want Taylor to win. I want something different. I want to shake up the music business, and he is the kind of guy who can do that.